Hello. Welcome to my ASMR. Just kidding. I had a really interesting conversation today that I would like to share with you. I had a conversation that was really interesting with my client who I really respect. And he works really, really hard. And I asked him, so what do you want to do when you retire? I think he's in his 50s right now. And we never really had this conversation. And it's interesting because as someone who I'm helping with this business, I want to know what happens to the business when he can't work anymore, or when he's old, but also I wanted to know because I had this vision of my client doing something more. I mean, maybe this is something I personally want to do, but I saw him being more of an educator, not just what he's doing right now, that he can share the world more of his wisdom through video content. And I like to say video contents are a time capsule because you get to film it once and share it with people around the world, and you get to capture that time to be shared when we're living in a world where time just passed by. And I asked him, what do you want to do after all this? And I want to share this with you because I think it's a topic we don't really think about. Even myself, I'm thinking about it while I'm thinking this. The topic of why are you working so hard, and what are you working hard for, and which is money for most people, and to have a quality of living so you can pay for your food, pay for your living, right? But what happens after you hit a certain point where you're not working anymore? How are you going to enjoy your life? What do you want to do? What do you guys want to do in life? And I asked this question to my client, and it was really interesting. He was wanting to work till he collapses and dies. And I said, okay, but is that because you want to do it and you love doing it? And yeah, there's part of him he loves doing and he wants to do it, but it seemed like it was more for the financial reason, right? Because as business owners, him and I also, this is something maybe I should think about too, is we don't have pension plans. We don't have pension plans. We make our money and we need to make enough money to save so we can enjoy it later on in the future. And that's the same for everyone, right? Yeah, and it was really interesting. I just wanted to know what his plans were, and he was sharing some of the things that he wanted to do earlier on in life. But I also realized, so I have a new client, and I think the reason why I'm thinking about all the idea of exit plan is because his pitch, he's a realtor, his question, like his message is that he wants to ask people, like, where do you want to live when you retire? And he has an ebook of resources that he built for himself because he thought about where he wants to live when he retires, and he wanted to live abroad. So he put together all the information of what it means and how much it'll cost and what it's like to live abroad as a retired person. What are the healthcare, is living cost, all that, real estate opportunities for different countries, like Philippines, Vietnam, Thailand, Mexico, even Dubai. He looked into it, and we were filming videos, and his whole pitch was, what do you want to do when you retire, right? Where do you want to go? And I was filming videos with them and, coaching him on how to talk in front of the camera, doing different takes. And I just realized, I never really thought of retirement. I never really thought of my exit plan. And it was interesting when I was talking with my other client about, I was asking him, what do you want to do? Because I personally have plan for him. Like I see him being more of a worldwide educator, and I really want to help him get there. And I think that way he can also have a different type of income stream where he's not physically doing labor, but he's being more of in a place where he's educating people and also having passive income, right? I guess the whole point of us, some people, I would rather struggle now, and even if it's me getting evicted, not having enough money to buy a muffin, even if it was a lot of struggles that I've experienced, like I'm a lot happier now. I'm happy that I'm making money and having a good, monthly income for my clients than me, I don't know, being stuck in a job that I don't want to do. And even some people might have an argument saying like, oh, but you get to make so much money being in an easy, like high profit job. Like, nah, like, yeah, I might be working a lot, but I know it will pay off a lot in the future. I know I'm working towards creating a system that I'm creating a system. That's it. I'm creating a system. Today I went to see a strike, and they were talking about fair wages, right? But then there's people on the top who are the owners, who are giving the people these wages, and it's weird. It's interesting, but if you can create a system where you're able to create cash flow, I think that's what I'm trying to do. But also, I want to create cash flow from doing something I'm creative and happy and proud of. So my question to everyone is, what is your exit plan? And what are you passionate about? And what's the trap that you want to create for yourself? Maybe it's not really about the exit plan, but it's about the type of trap you want to create from the beginning to the end. It's almost like creating a maze for yourself. You're mapping out a maze, and you know that you're going to start here, and then you know that you're going to end here. You just don't know where the maze go in between and how the routes are. But you start here and you end there. And it's a trap in a way, but in a positive trap, not a negative one. So what is your end plan? What is your end game? What is your exit game? Sorry, not your end game, but what is your exit game? And the whole point of people working hard is so they have money to enjoy life, isn't it? Right? To have a better quality of life. I remember when I was, and it's funny, I was thinking about this episode in my life. When I was, I think, 18 or so, when I first started doing photo shoots at Reeves, I had no idea what I was doing. But all I knew was that I wanted to be part of the music scene, and I didn't really know all these people there, and now thinking about it, I was in a very sketchy place. But there was someone who was very kind, who was the owner of the venue. His name was Bobby, and he had a venue that he rented out to different event owners, and I think he was in his 50s or 40s. He was quite old compared to the other people in the crowd. And I remember he used to drive me, like, because I didn't have a car, and he was really kind to drive me back, at 5 a.m. to my house. He wasn't really creepy or anything. He had a daughter my age, right? He just wanted to make sure I was looked after. And I asked him, like, what's something you wish you knew when you were younger? And he said, I wish someone told me to think about the exit plan. And I'm like, what do you mean an exit plan? So I wish someone told me that when you're planning your career, people plan their career, about how much you're gonna make, what's the thing that you're gonna get, what are the jobs you're gonna enjoy it or not. But people don't really think about the exit plan, and I think this is really it might be more important as a business owner, because maybe if you're an employee, then you could just have a nice, comfortable job, and you can, have enough. Oh my god, my cat's crying. Sorry. I hope that this was something thought-provoking that you can bring back and think about. I hope you don't just end here by watching this video. I hope you can write down what is your exit game. What is the plan you have for your life? Where do you want to be when you're like 50, 60, 70? Is there really money you're after for? What is the quality of life you want? What is the passion that you want to have? What is the way of making money? The method of your income? And how is it related to feeding your soul, not just your stomach? And another thing is, many people focus on making money, but not about the time. Maybe we haven't even thought of, what do I want to do when I have all the time? We work so hard to get time, but then when you work hard, you don't have time. But when you do have time, what do you want to do? Anyways, I hope everyone's working towards their dreams and goals. I hope you're creating the life that you want, and I hope you're not giving up. And I hope you keep on dreaming, because without a vision and without a goal, there is no road. But with the dream and with the vision, even just thinking about it, I think that's the beginning to you creating a life for yourself that you really, really want. You don't want to be the person you say, I forgot to ask myself what I really wanted.